Hello everyone, I thought I'd show you my single player world. I've shown it in the past in pieces, but I'm just going to give you a full tour. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the beginning. This was originally a survival world that I started, and so I made this sandstone tower out of this little desert. This was a very old version of Minecraft when I first started this map. But it used to have levels to of my supplies and stuff, but now it's just an enchanting table. Um, Down here I have a hunter or a fisherman's lodge. It has fisherman stuff inside of it, kind of inspired off of Stardew Valley's fisherman lodge. This is Kami House from Dragon Ball Z. It was actually very difficult to find the blueprints for this, but I did find it, and I was able to build it. And yes, I do have the secret underground training room, which nobody knows about. Which brings us to our next build, Kami's Tower and Kami Lookout, or Korin's Tower and Kami Lookout. So this is where the cat lives, and this is where they get the sensu beans. I do have it set up to teleport a person to the different levels, so that way you can do this in like survival mode if you ever wanted to play this in survival, because there'd be no way to get up here normally. Here's Kami's Lookout. The cool part is that I actually have a way to get to the hyperbolic time chamber, and that's through here. And this is somewhere far away on the map. Oh wow, yeah, it actually shows the walls. Yeah. Yeah, I originally built this space in a creative mode, and I went out as far as I could so that the walls didn't show up in the render distance, but I guess now they do. I have my render distance up really high. But yeah, this is the hyperbolic time chamber, where Goku and Gohan and everybody else trains. Our next build is the temple level from 007 GoldenEye, the N64 version. Actually, this is the Perfect Dark version from Perfect Dark Nintendo 64. Here's the big room. Here's the downstairs room. In the 007 version, this was a huge pillar, but in Perfect Dark, it was a group of pillars, and they kind of added these pillars too. Here's the hallway you could hide down and fight people at, basically a camping spot. So, but it's the full level. Next we have the lab from Half-Life 2. The one that you teleport to. I'm not a huge fan of the build now because it's kind of old. Like, these are supposed to be computers, but it's still kind of a cool build. I was gonna set this up with a teleport spot so that way you can teleport to it, but I never got to finish it. Next up, we have the level from 007 GoldenEye. and this is the Perfect Dark iteration. So we have the bathroom entrance with the bathroom, and then we have the main hallway. I actually set up some redstone in here so that way you have to use it to get inside the rest of the facility. So, but it has the different rooms. Of course, these are more based on the Perfect Dark version. Oh, I should have just put floor panels. Then you have to use a switch here to get to the other rooms as well. I don't remember how to set up this redstone anymore. I do have like images that show me how to do the redstone, but yeah, here's the pipe room. And down this way is where the rest of the facility is. All based on the video game. This part is on the GoldenEye version because Facility didn't go this far in the Perfect Dark edition. And here's the canister room with the different canisters, and there's a camping room that you can go up into to fight people, and the conveyor belt that 007 uses to escape. I don't have the runway. Let me see what we have next. Let me see, there's the train from 007 GoldenEye. The N64 version, it's the whole train. So I built the interior to match it like it is in the game. Yes, that is a underwater temple, a desert temple, and a dungeon. Let me see, this is from Half-Life 1. This is the chamber that the game first starts in. So the room where you push the crystal in and then it causes the explosion that creates the mess that you get into. So it's the full thing. It was a lot of fun to make. Here is the laboratory in Half-Life 2 that you go to, if I can find the entrance. There we go. I was going to have some redstone set up here so the vending machine opened. This is a bit of an older build, so I don't really like it as much. But this is where you teleport to a different location. And of course you end up behind this window in the game. This is another scene from Half-Life 2, the water turbine, where you have to swim through it as it's spinning. And then you have to go underwater here to get up. Let me just set it to day again. Over here I have some builds that I started but I actually never finished. This is from Perfect Dark, the N64 game, the spiritual successor to GoldenEye. The rooftop is pretty much done, but the interior is not. I kind of dropped the project after a while because it became a little too difficult. But I can kind of show you what it looks like inside. Yeah, it's very unfinished. it was very difficult to build because the interior of a level is not the same as the exterior. So there's certain parts that kind of aren't there, that are there in the, like for example, there's a pipe that you go down inside, and I had to figure out how to fit that in with it. This is a build from the game Global Agenda, which is no longer exists. This is the facility room you wake up in. You're in that chamber, and you have to fight your way out of this room. This was a fun project. I actually have some images of the game that I took a long time ago. Let's go here. So this, it was a build that I made in a multiplayer map, and I transferred the build over to the single player world. Here's the village that we made, which was a lot of fun. The castle was made by my friend. We actually had it a lot bigger than this, but I only brought in this much of it. It has different rooms. Probably my favorite is the bedroom entrance. It's like Harry Potter with the painting entrance. So I made the chamber like a Harry Potter themed bedroom. Oh yeah, here's the nether portal. I can't remember where I got the design for the face. But here's the different bedrooms. So here's the boys' bedroom. Very, very clear. Then there's the, whoops. Then there's the girls' bedroom. So we kind of had it set up so that way friends of ours could come visit our castle and sleep here if they needed to. Let me show you the kitchen. I built the kitchen. I had a lot of fun with it. It's where we store all of our food. And it stores all the food items, I think, unless they've added some new ones since I last built this. Next is the wood room. The different themed woods, although there are more woods now, so I don't have them all in here. Then downstairs is the dungeon, which I made into our crafting room with all the different craftables. Here's our enchanting room. You'll see these glass bulbs here, kind of like chandeliers, but they actually have another purpose. Here's our smelting room for smithing, and if you see here, that's the library. So if you were to go up this stairwell and drop down, you would land in the water safely because this was made in a survival world. This was our bedroom that we made. You can kind of oversee the world from here. Then of course you have the main tower. This was the horse stables. So we had our horses here. Oh, I guess we didn't name the pig. Next up we have, here we go. I almost couldn't find it for a second. We have Bag End. I built it by myself. I built it in a flat world to begin with, and I brought over the design to this world. But it has the rooms. It's very based on the movie, not the books. So maybe a little bit off the books, but mostly the movie. Next I have some ships that I actually made in survival. I transported them to this world. It was supposed to be a game with ender pearls, and you would use ender pearls to jump onto the different ships to fight. Over here is Breeze Home from the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I really like this design. This was my better design. I made two versions. Here's the alchemy room, the servant's bedroom, the player's bedroom, and chest. So this build turned out really well. Over here is a village that I made. It's based on the old villager buildings, but I made each one unique, and I added a lighthouse and a thriving community. And out here, I made a desert village based on the old buildings. So with a thriving community. No monsters spawn in this world, so the NPC or the villagers are safe. So it kind of faces for the entrance. This is from Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda, the merchant, the rug merchant. Yeah, you can make a carpet fly using string. Yeah, I actually have the flatlands here, or the farlands, just because of the way this land spawned, because of what edition it was in. I think it was in like the 1.8 or 8.1, whatever that was. All this was built over a series of years. I have different things that I made over the years. Some projects took longer than others, like the facility took a really long time. This was a build I made on an online Minecraft server, and I brought it over here. This is just a pretty bland room. It doesn't have any of the storage that I had in my other one. I was thinking of having a teleport in the mushroom, or in the warp pipe, but I never did get around to doing that. This is the safe house from Tron Legacy. It was really fun to build it. I actually had to search online quite a few times to find the correct blueprint, because there's the concept art and then there's the actual movie version. So I had to track down the actual movie version, which took me a while to figure out. But eventually I got it, so I was able to make it. Even has the blue fire like in the movie. Then last we have the TARDIS. This one is an actual working TARDIS. And here's the Doctor 1 room, TARDIS room. It's designed after the original one. These actually warp you to different rooms of the different versions that are my favorite, but I never actually finished those. Maybe I will one day. Here's my bee farm. It's set up so that way the bees will go to the flowers and harvest the honey, and as they fly back, it bone meals the crops. So we used it in a realm, a friend's realm that we had. Uh, and there's my llama farm. I got carried away with the spawn eggs. Here's my creeper that I made. I had help with the face from a friend of mine, but it's basically a creeper skeleton made of actual bones. But yeah, that's my world. Probably my most prized build is the Kami's Lookout. Uh, that's probably my favorite build. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this world. It used to be survival, but then I turned it into a creative world. So I also have a really cool room. It's the map room. So basic. Oh no. Oh, something happened during the transferring of this level to my new computer. It used to have a map of the world. Oh well. All right, space folding driver. All right, so this is the room where you can teleport to any build in the map. So it was kind of an easy way to get around if this was in survival mode. Yeah. But anyway, this is my Minecraft first player world, single player world. So I've had a lot of fun with it. It's been really fun to work on it. I haven't worked on it in a long time now, but maybe I'll get back into working on it. Maybe I'll finish that Doctor Who rooms. If I make any more progress, I'll show it off. But thanks for joining me.